Hey everybody, I'm back. Still snowing. Phil Easi here. I'm gonna pause for commercial break. What you hear in the background is snowplow going by. I'm pretty thankful those gals come up here and clear the snow, or else I probably wouldn't get out ever. So anyhow, that commercial break's over. That's for our local snow clearing department. Thanks everyone. Yeah, this is going to be video number 2 of the garden side chat with Phil Easi. Middle of the winter. Like I said, still snowing. Don't know if you guys are still catching snowflakes on your tongue when you get the opportunity, or if you even have snow, but I hope you are. If you do, no matter how old you are. I won't waste your time doing that in front of the camera. It'd be kind of silly. It's tempting though. Just one. So anyhow, what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about smashing the thumbs up. Thanks, guys. No, seriously, what we're going to talk about today is going to be sourcing seeds, because that is actually something that is to be thought of this time of year. It's one of the fun activities, actually, that you can do when it comes to gardening. If you get seasons like we do, where they're very distinct and you end up with lots of snow and there's just no way to grow anything unless you're growing it inside. It's a really fun part of the winter, I guess, where I grab a catalog and I plan out and I think out through what I need to grow and what I want to grow. So the process is kind of simple. The first thing I do is I pull out the seeds that I have already left over from the year before or the years before. Now, seeds will last several years if you keep them in a cool, dry, dark place. So I'll pull those out and I'll take inventory. I'll get an idea of how much I actually have seed-wise and of what plants and vegetables. And I'll also think back to the previous season and what worked well, what didn't work so well, what's getting eaten. That's always important for me. I've got a family with 2 teenagers, well, one teenager, second one about to be a teenager, and they eat a lot, so I really try to plan the garden around things that they would grab and snack on and eat, and it's good, healthy, nutritious food for them. So I think about that, and then I go online nowadays. That's really nice and simple and easy for most people, and if I can't, and sometimes I'll prefer to actually get a catalog, the paper version, where I can go through and I can circle a couple of ones that I might like, and then shortlist them basically, and then come back around and really sort of think about what I want to grow and be strategic. You want to do that because seeds can start to get expensive after a while. One more quick commercial break, everyone. The other thing about seeds that I always recommend is a really good place to go to learn if you're newer to growing is quite often there's a seed exchange. Now with pandemic, I don't know how that all works nowadays, but there probably still will be the ability to have seed exchanges, and those are local people that quite often have grown certain varieties that grow really well in the local climate, and they've learned and how to grow the seeds and create the plants in a way that they can harvest the seeds and then sell the seeds or trade the seeds. So that's a really good source for seeds. You also meet really neat people that have tons of knowledge about growing those exact plants that you're buying the seeds from them or trading with them. So that would be another really good place to source your seeds. In fact, if you're starting out, I'd almost recommend going that route instead of going online, checking out a catalog with a zillion cool looking plants with all these different options and not really knowing which ones are going to grow best where you live. Part of the struggles that I've had with growing is it's fun to experiment, but when I experiment and I end up growing 5 different varieties of tomatoes and I get 5 different sort of outcomes, and it's not consistent necessarily, and some of those varieties I might have picked more on the description of what they said it would do, which doesn't mean that it's going to actually do that where I live. So as I'm talking this out, I'm thinking more and more, if I were to have a rewind and do it again, I would have started accessing those seed exchanges right away and connected up with people, because there's tons of people that love to do this stuff and have lots of knowledge. So that, when it comes to sourcing the seeds, those are your two main options. You can go the online or catalog with the major place, and there's lots of good ones. I don't know that there's bad ones necessarily. I use one that is fairly local to where I live. It's within 8 hours, and I've had consistently good results with germination rates and things like that. But there's tons of options. I have a lady who's starting up a seed farm just down the road. I'm super excited to meet up with her when she's up and running to start to try to grow some of her varieties. Some of the ones that she's growing right next door to me, getting ready to grow in this sort of a climate. So that's my super golden tip of the day with the fireside chat, well, sorry, snowside chat, you know. Um, yeah, figure out what you already have, figure out what you want to grow, figure out what's getting eaten, figure out what grows well, figure out where you're going to get it from. That's basically all the things in a nutshell, really quick off the top of this noggin, I can think of to tell you about preparing, getting ready for your season, growing, and the seed side of it. So thanks again for checking me out if you did. Thanks again for sitting through this whole thing if you did. I have no idea how this is going to come off, how much you guys will like to hear me talk about this information this way. I'm quite used to doing demonstrations of what I have going on, but again, this is a way that I can continue to make content, and also a way that I can share a lot of ideas. And like I said in the other video, if you haven't checked it out, check it out there, or wherever it shows up. You know, if you have any questions, if you have any things you want me to talk about, throw them in the comments below. I'll read it. I read them all. I respond to every one of them if it's, you know, reasonably, you know, if it's a reasonable sort of thing. So yeah, do that. Give us ideas. But really, bottom line, thanks for checking me out again. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, that notification bell, and remember to smash that thumbs up. If you do that, then my video will get shown to more and more people. More and more people will get to see me, I don't know, sitting out in the snow talking about gardening. Maybe sad, maybe glad, I don't know, call it what you want. But thanks again, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Take care. Bye.